Rule 5. Inter-unit coordination. 5.1. Personal coordination or by official representative. Team leader of local police units operating outside their territorial jurisdiction. A national support unit shall coordinate personally or through an official representative with the police, regional, provincial, or city police office with their jurisdiction. The operation is to be conducted. Sinasabi dito na ang leader ng lokal na pulisya o national units ay dapat makipag-ugnayan sa police regional o provincial or city police office para sa mga operasyon sa labas ng jurisdiction. 5.2 Coordination by filling coordination form. Prior to the launching of the operation, except in cases where the formal in writing inter-unit coordination cannot be made due to the nature and urgency of the situation, such as but not limited to cross-jurisdictional pursuit operation, coordination should be made formally using the prescribed coordination form, which shall be filled in the concerned operation center of the police regional, provincial, or city office annex A coordination form. Nakasad naman dito na bago ilubad ang isang operasyon, dapat magkaroon ng official coordination form na isasamit sa police regional or provincial or city office. 5.3 Coordination by practical available means of communication. In cases where formal inter-unit coordination is not feasible, the police unit shall endeavor to notify the territorial police office through any practical available means of communication at any time during the operation, and if not possible, shall accomplish and furnish the territorial police office a written incident report immediately after the termination of the operation. Sinasabi naman dito na ang inter-unit coordination is not feasible. Ang police unit ay dapat ipaalam agad sa territorial police officer sa pamamagitan ng anumang available na paraan during the operation. Rule 6. Basic requirements. Police operation like arrest and seizure, checkpoint, roadblock, conduct as follows with a marked police vehicle. Ito ay mga sasakyan may marka ng police. Be led by a police commission officer, and ito naman ay pinapangunahan ng kanilang police commissioner officer. C. With personnel in prescribed police uniform or attire. Sila ay mga naka-proper uniform o walang civilian. 6.2 Use of megaphones and similar instruments. During actual police intervention operation, the team leader shall use peaceful means including the use of megaphones or any other similar instrument to warn or influence the offender or suspect to stop and peacefully give up. Sinasabi naman dito, ang bagay na ito ay ginagamit ng team leader upang balaan ng isang suspect na sumura. Warning shot prohibited. The police shall not use warning shot during police intervention operation. Ito na ay hindi dapat gumamit ng warning shot during operation ng isang police. Rule 7. Use of force during police operation. 7.1 Use of excessive force prohibited. The excessive use of force during police operation is prohibited. However, in the local performance of duty, a police officer may use military force to accomplish his mandate, such as enforcing the law and maintaining peace and order. Karamihan paggamit ng force o lakas ng isang pulis, ipinagbabawal kung saan ito ang suspect o offender is nag-insist o pwede na itong gamitan ng force. 7.2 Insurance and verbal warning. The police officer must first issue a verbal warning before he could discuss against an offender. As far as practicable, the verbal warning should be in the dialect which is known to the offender or in the national language. Basically, the verbal warning should consist of the following: the police officer identifying himself, his intention, and what he wants the offender to do. If the offender is foreigner, the verbal warning shall be done in the English language, followed by alternative to the police officer itself. The verbal warning shall be done in a loud and clear manner. Ito naman ay pagdalaan ng verbal warning kung saan ang hulihin ay foreigner ay English ang gagamitan. Nasaad sa verbal warning. Kung sino ang police officer Ano ang pakay at ano ang dapat gawin sa offender. Non-issuance of verbal warning when excusable. The failure to issue a verbal warning is excusable if stated, your trip to the land of faculty is already imminent and there is no other option but to use force to subdue the offender. Kung ang offender ay hindi nadaan sa verbal warning, ito ay pwede nang hulihin. 7.4 Use of non-lethal weapon. When a suspect is violent or threatening with physical measures have been tried and beaten networks or more extreme but non-deadly measures can be used such as baton, bludgeon, pepper spray, shotgun, and other non-lethal weapons to keep the suspect under control or effect an arrest. Ito naman kung ang offender ay nag-insist o naglaban, pwede mo siyang gamitan ng baton, bludgeon, pepper spray, or shotgun and non-lethal weapon para di siya mag-cause ng sobrang injury sa suspect. 7.5 Application of necessary and reasonable force. During confrontation with an offender, all methods of necessary and reasonable force should be observed with the execution and overcome the resistance put up by the offender can see the clear and evident danger posed by him, and to justify the force act under the principle of self-defense against a relative or defense of stranger. Dito kung ang buhay mo ang nagpapalalan, pwede siyang gamitin ng force or reasonable force or in self-defense. 12.6 Factors to consider in the reasonableness of the force employed. The police officer, however, is able to approach offenders in the opportunity to observe or cause travel. The reasonableness of the force employed will depend upon the number, aggressors, nature, and characteristics of the weapon used, disease, and position. Different matters will sometimes include the placing, operation, and travel. The police officer is given the grounds and reason to consider these factors in their reasonable force. Kasi na kung ang offender nabigyan ng armas na matatalip o baril ng mahaba, ito ay factor na i-consider para gamitin ng force. Chapter 7 Responsibility of the police officer in charge of the operation. The police officer in charge of the operation should approach and effect control over a police personnel in the area of operation and serve as source and possible means to apply the necessary and reasonable force to protect life of the officers during on confrontation. Ito naman ay dapat paano ang isang police officer sa kapaligiran at madali mautusan ang mga police officer na nakapagiging sa personnel. Rule 8 Use of firearms during self-operation. 8.1 Use of firearms when justified. The use of firearms is justified if the offender presents imminent danger of causing death or injury to the police officer or other person. The use of firearms is also justified under the doctrine of self-defense, the best alternative in defense of the offender. However, persons of the self-defense must take a risk to the extent in the serving or to be avoided at the actual event and carry on lawful aggressors to the defense of the defense to be introduced as is defense. Nagamit lang mga penalties saan ang buhay ay nakakahanap na kung ito ay gagamitan ng self-defense laban sa offender. Pwede mo lang gamitan ng baril kapag at buhay mo lang nakasalalay. 8.2 Firing at moving vehicles when the government is instructed. A moving vehicle is necessary as an exception if occupants cause imminent danger of causing death or injury to the police officer or other person, and that use of firearms does not create a danger to the public and outweighs the likely benefits of criminal use. Pinagawa ng pagpapasasal ng isang offender kung ito ay walang circumstances na naglalaban. 8.3 Parameters to be considered in firing at moving vehicle. In firing at moving vehicle, the following parameters should be considered. A. The intent of the suspect to harm the police officer or other person. Pwedeng gamitan ng baril kung sakyan ng offender ay nakakasakit sa ngayon ng tao. B. The capability of the suspect to harm the specifically the police officer or other person. Kayahan niya na nakit sa police officer o ibang tao. possibility of the proximity of the suspect from the police officer and other persons, o sa kayang gawin ng mga offender. Second one, feeling of uncertainty of the day of firearm. The police officer who fires inside the firearm or weapon during with unattended or essential must have taken into the support, outlining the circumstance necessitating the use of this firearm. After gamit ang baril, kinailangan ito ay gawa ng report kung saan ito ginamit at anong nakasasabot sa ginamit. 8.5 Procedure after an act of confrontation. Immediately after an act of confrontation, the officer who is charged of the operation was A. Secure the site of confrontation. Siguraduhin ang area ng confrontation. B. Take photographs. Pagkuha ng litrato sa front end area. Check whether the situation is any danger. Siguraduhin ang area ay hindi na pwede pagmula ng gulo. D. Evacuate the wounded at the nearest hospital. Punta sa pinakamalapit na hospital kung meron ng kulukan. Ensure that all persons who died on the spot are not moved from their original position. So, siguraduhin ang namatay hindi pwedeng galawin sa kanyang position. F. Harassment suspect should be kept in isolation. Isolate ang offender sa ibang tao. Conduct the prayer and audit by PNP operatives. Magsagawa ng report sa bilang ang mga PNP involved. S. Submit after operation report. Gawa after operation report. 5. Ensure psychological stress counseling for all involved PNP operatives. Siguraduhin na walang psychological stress ang mga PNP na na-involved sa insidente.